And they're off. Play the Dots broke a step slowly. Cantucci out well from the center with Magical Champagne and Defogger. Lonrose Gamble 3 lengths behind that trio, being joined to his inside by the slow starting Play the Dots. It's Magical Champagne putting the neck in front of Cantucci as they race down the backside. Defogger tracks 3 deep and Play the Dots gaining position with every stride. Lonrose Gamble is the new trailer, but he's only 2.5 lengths off the lead. The opening quarter was 22 and 4. They're now 3 across the track as they race into the turn. Play the Dots on the rail, Magical Champagne the center, and Cantucci is 3 deep. It's 3 more lengths back to Lonrose Gamble, who's 4th, passing Defogger as they race midway round the turn. Magical Champagne and Cantucci continue to battle as Play the Dots begins to back out. Lonrose Gamble is trying to reel them in from 4th, and Defogger now the clear trailer. 47 and 3 to the half at the head of the lane. Cantucci trying to get the advantage from Magical Champagne. Lonrose Gamble tries to rally but not doing enough as Cantucci puts a length on Magical Champagne. Play the Dots and Lonrose Gamble trying to close, but Cantucci will prove best. Cantucci and Ishmael Mascara go on to a 4-length score. Photo for place between Play the Dots and Lonrose Gamble, then Magical Champagne. 1-10 and 1. And they're off. A very level beginning. MC Jackhammer out well. Now Forest Flash showing speed. Hard ridden is Magic Mountain. MC Jackhammer back into 3rd with Lulu's Lullaby and Exceed next. The early trailer is Blame JD. 6 lengths front to back as they race down the backside. It's Forest Flash being pressed by Magic Mountain. 3 lengths back to MC Jackhammer, who's alone in 3rd, racing 2 lengths better than Exceed. Lulu's Lullaby has been joined to her inside by Blame JD. A very snappy opening quarter, 21 and 4, and now Forest Flash gives the slip to Magic Mountain, who's falling back. MC Jackhammer into 2nd. Blame JD moving well from the back on the inside of Exceed. Lulu's Lullaby is the trailer. They're well strung out at the quarter pole. The half was 44 and 1. Forest Flash has the stretch run to hold on, and MC Jackhammer coming in 2nd. 4 more lengths back to Blame JD, who's trying to make this a last to first victory. It's Forest Flash still on top. MC Jackhammer inching closely. Blame JD down the far outside. Forest Flash still finding on the front end. Forest Flash, Blame JD with 1 late surge, but Forest Flash will hold on. Forest Flash by 2 over MC Jackhammer, Blame JD, then well back to Exceed. 109 and 4. And they're off. Let's Be First straight to the lead from the center of the gate with Hyper Angel racing in 2nd. Mike and the Viking also forwardly placed from the rail. It's 3 lengths back to Always Rosie racing in 4th, 2 lengths better than the trailer, Dancing in Rio. Let's Be First makes the pace as they race within the 5 furlong pole with Mike and the Viking at 1 to 5 pressing from the rail. Hyper Angel is tracking them 3 deep, 3 more lengths back to Always Rosie, and Dancing in Rio continues to trail. The opening quarter was 23 seconds flat, less than a half mile to home, and it's Let's Be First up by a length and a half as they race into the turn. Hyper Angel and Mike and the Viking share position in second, 3 more lengths back to Always Rosie and Dancing in Rio trying to get going from the back. Midway round the turn, Let's Be First has spurted clear to a 4-length lead. The half was 46 seconds flat. Mike and the Viking a clear second now as Hyper Angel comes under a ride but doesn't respond. Dancing in Rio trying to rally up the fence, and Always Rosie now trails. Just over a furlong till the wire, and Let's Be First is still clear. Mike and the Viking are going to have to make up 5 more lengths, but Let's Be First is beginning to tire. It's Let's Be First and Alexis Sanchez. Dancing it, Mike and the Viking coming on the inside, but not doing enough. It's Let's Be First on top. Let's Be First goes gate to wire. Mike and the Viking second, then Dancing in Rio and Always Rosie, 1:18-1. And they're off. Perfect beginning. Chrome's Big Break out well with Traverse down along the rail. Silver Candace hard ridden early. Quiet Madalena is into fourth on the outside of the early trailer. Lysiate. It is Traverse and Chrome's Big Break knocking heads on the lead. Silver Candace is well spotted, 2 lengths back in third with Quiet Madalena racing fourth and Lysiate at the back. The opening quarter is 22 seconds flat and Traverse has taken a length advantage from Chrome's Big Break. Lysiate is trying to rally up the rail on the inside of Silver Candace with Quiet Madalena now trailing. Less than a quarter of a mile to go. Traverse bet down to 1-5 is up by a length at the head of the lane with Chrome's Big Break angling towards the rail. Lysiate is trying to rally from last. It's still Traverse drifting to the middle of the track but well clear. Chrome's Big Break is trying to fight back on the inside but Traverse is proving too tough. Traverse 5 for 5 here at Fort Erie, wins by 2 under Amanda Vandermeersch. Chrome's Big Break second, then Lysiate, Quiet Madalena, and Silver Candace, 57-2. And they're off. Daddy Send Money was out slowly, spots the field 4 lengths early. Jersey King out well with Ghost busted towards the rail. Herda Ghost is angling to the inside racing in third, and now Daddy Send Money has caught the pack. Pretty condensed bunch in the early running. On the outside, Jersey King has the head in front of Ghost busted, and now Herda Ghost tries to split foes. Daddy Send Money watches this trio from the outside in fourth. The opening quarter was 23-2. They're 3 across the track on the lead. Ghost busted on the rail. Herda Ghost in the middle and Jersey King out widest. Daddy Send Money continues to track in the trailing spot. 3 furlongs left to travel. Ghost busted and Herda Ghost duel as Jersey King drops back to third. Asked for a little more. Daddy Send Money is still the trailer. It's about 5 lengths front to back as they pass the half in 45-4. Now Ghost Busted lets out a notch and is up a half length to Herda Ghost, who's still there from second. Jersey King third, and Daddy Send Money saves ground from the trailing spot. Ghost Busted and Herda Ghost are still duking it out down the stretch. A furlong to go. Jersey King tries to come back on, but now Ghost Busted is living up to the name. He's put away Herda Ghost, and he's opened up 6 lengths. It's Ghost Busted and Edgar Zenteno going on to an easy score geared down. Daddy Send Money up for second over Jersey King and Herda Ghost, 1:17-3. And they're off. It's Just Money out of Brit slowly. Hey Q showing speed from the outside with stablemate Stylish Gent. The Icon duo are 1-2 as they race out of the chute. Mia and Me is racing in third on the inside with Have to Reload fourth. Kitty Holiday takes back to be mid-pack. It's Just Money racing wide with Heat Merchant on the rail, and the trailer is Mr. Mystique's. Stylish Gent has now opened up a length and a half on the stablemate Hey Q as they pass the opening quarter in 22-2. Mia and Me traveling well in third on the inside of Have to Reload. Heat Merchant in traffic. It's Just Money making a 3-wide advance past Kitty Holiday. 5 more lengths back to Mr. Mystique's. Midway round the turn, Hey Q putting the pressure on Stylish Gent and now puts the head in front. It's Hey Q on top past the half in 44-4. Have to Reload is next on the outside of Me and Me. Then Heat Merchant getting past It's Just Money. They swing for the drive. It's Hey Q now up by 3. Stylish Gent is tired on the inside. Mia and Me is coming with Heat Merchant on the rail. But Hey Q is drawing off as they race down the stretch. Hey Q kicking clear to a dominant win under Zerrell Ford. Stylish Gent trying to hold place from Mia and Me, but Hey Q is much the best. Hey Q by 7 at the wire, then Stylish Gent, Mia and Me, Heat Merchant, and Have to Reload. 6.5 in 1, 14-1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fort Erie Racetrack for a Tuesday afternoon of thoroughbred horse racing here from the Border Oval. 6 races on tap today as we wrap up a beautiful month of September here in Southern Ontario. It's a sunny day, 21 Celsius or 71 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Bit of a breeze coming out of the east at 8 miles per hour. The main track is fast and we are on the turf, which is listed at firm with the rail at 12 feet. 29 minutes to first post. Visit our website, forterieracing.com, for information about everything going on here at the track. Tune into the pre-race show for info about the track conditions, scratches and changes, handicapping analysis, and info about upcoming races and events. A reminder that starting next week for the remainder of the season, post time will be moving back to 12:15. Racing is back next week at Fort Erie, Monday and Tuesday. Post time will be 12:15. Fort Erie's Track-O-Lantern returns on Monday, October 13th. Starting at noon, kids in costume can come and trick-or-treat around the track. Be sure to come out for closing day on Tuesday, October 21st, where we'll be celebrating Fan Appreciation Day. Post time is 12:15. We'll have free programs, prize draws between races, and a mandatory jackpot high-five payout. Be sure to book your table in the Turfside Dining Room, open on live racing days. Reservations are recommended. Head down to the Paddock Shack for burgers, hot dogs, sausages, fries, and poutine, plus beer and soft drinks, located near the walking ring. Treat your team to an exciting day at the races. It's only $12.39 per person. The track pack includes 1 food item, 1 drink, and a Fort Erie live racing program. For more information, go to our website. Become a member of HPIBet.com today. Get $100 when you bet $100, plus your first bet is on us. We're having non-winning ticket draws today here at Fort Erie. Put your name and phone number on the back of your non-winning tickets and drop them in the basket at customer service for your chance to enter the prize draw. Today's prize draw features an Every Child Matters orange t-shirt. We are committed to supporting the Orange Shirt Society and the Indian Residential School Survivors Society. 100% of the profits from today's orange shirts and the non-winning ticket draw will be donated to the OSS and IRSSS. Tune into Your TV Niagara for the Fort Erie Race Replay Show, Channel 700, Thursdays at 10:30 and Saturdays at 10. Fort Erie is proud to partner with Oneida New Holland of Niagara. We'd like to thank them for providing us with a new tractor for maintenance this season. We'd also like to say thank you to our new partners at True Green Professional Lawn Care, who have been helping us keep the grass looking green and lush. And a shout out to our partners at Downtown Dental Center, where lead dentist and owner Dr. Amika George says your smile deserves the best care. And a shout out to our new partners at All-in-One Legal. If you have legal hurdles, you can bet on All-in-One. Jackpot high-five wagering offered in race 6 today. The carryover is $6,754.88. Smoking is allowed in designated areas only at Fort Erie Racetrack. No food or beverage are allowed in these areas, and no cannabis is allowed on the property. Up next are today's changes. Race 1 is clear, no changes in the first. In race 2, Steward scratch the number 1, name of the game. Take out the 1. There will be no show and no superfecta wagering in race 2. In race 3, we're awaiting a rider on the number 2, Thelonious. Rider TBA on the number 2 in race 3. Steward scratch the main track only, number 10, Always Away. In race 4, Steward scratch the number 7, Bingo's Grind. Race 5 is clear, no changes in the 5th. In race 6, we have an overweight on the number 3, Princess Rosina. The rider will be 2 pounds over at 122. 6 races on tap as we close out the month of September here at Fort Erie Racetrack. Just a reminder that next week, post time will be moving up to 12:15. Let's take a look at our selections on today's card. Race 1 is a claiming race for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up which have never won 2 races. We're going 6 furlongs for a claiming price of $4,000. Early pick 4 wagering starts here. It is a field of 6 to open up this Tuesday here from Fort Erie. My top pick is the number 4, Last Glimmer, going for the Steve Cathcart barn with Juan Crawford aboard. Last Glimmer had no pace to run into last time when finishing a distant third behind Sky Divine. 2 back for this price, was a good second behind repeat winner Silent Passion. I'm not sure how the pace will set up here. It's a bit questionable. It's a bit of a murky scenario, but I think if there's enough speed to run into, Last Glimmer will be tough dropping back in for 4,000. Number 6, Country Dolly, made her Fort Erie debut on September 8th. Tracked the pace and proved best in a stretch battle to beat Cozy Babe at this claiming price. Clearly likes the dirt, steps up to the non-winners of 2 category, and Chris Husbands will pick up the mount for Pierre Crete and Paul Wichorek. Number 1, Shameless Affair. This is the top pick of Ashley Mayu, and I see what she likes here. I thought this one would really like the Fort Erie turf, but she's just been flat in 2 tries around 2 turns at the about 7 furlong distance. But when she made her Fort Erie debut, she was a good second behind Legs Like Flatter, who's been a win machine since coming here at Fort Erie. So maybe just getting back to a dirt sprint will be what it takes for this BC bred to be a factor. You've got Melanie Pinto taking the mount for Mike Blake. Race 2 is a starter optional claimer for 3-year-olds and up, which have started for a claiming price of $5,000 or less in the last 2 years, or going for a claiming price of $10,000. We're down to a field of 4 with the scratch of name of the game, so there'll be no show and no superfecta wagering here in race 2. I've gone to the number 4, Truly Mischief, for Noel Williams and Bermuda Blue Farm. Chris Husbands back in the saddle this time. Truly Mischief went fast on the front end and just couldn't hold off Victory March when racing the La Cinquième Essay Cup on Prince of Wales Day. Before that was a game winner over Bella Future at this level on August 12th. He's fast out of the gate. The track has been very speed friendly as of late, and I just think he is the best horse in the race, looking for his 4th win in 2025. Number 3, Where Is Essa? Was a winner in a 10,000 condition claimer over OK Speedy on September 8th, dueled on the lead and prevailed by a head. Before that was second best behind Name of the Game. He's been a very solid runner since coming here to Fort Erie. He's been in the top 3 in 9 out of 11 starts over the Fort Erie dirt. He's got the tactical speed. Juan Crawford riding for the very live Sharon Chicato barn. Then to the outside, number 5, Mamba on 3. Made his Fort Erie debut on the turf 2 weeks ago in a very good starter optional 10 where he was on the lead down the stretch but could not hold off the very classy Small Talk. That is a very good rival to run second to. Small Talk, a very legitimate Woodbine caliber kind of turf horse. Mamba on 3 was a winner in his last start on the dirt at Tampa Bay Downs back in January. Likes the dirt surface. And the small field should be a favor. Daisuke Fukumoto comes down to ride for trainer Jelko Kretschmar. Race 3 is our first turf race of the day. It is a claiming race for 3-year-olds and up which have not won a race this year or which have never won 4. We're going about 7 furlongs for a claiming price of $62.50 down to $6,000, kicking off the late pick 4 on today's card. Nice field of 9. Going to go to gate here. Still waiting on a rider on the number 2, Thelonious. Top pick is a unanimous one here. The number 6, Jack the Cat, going for Icon Racing Stables and Tony Adamo. That team had a track record performance yesterday with Hey Q in the last race. Jack the Cat, second best behind a perfectly tripped Wilberforce last time at this level on September 16th. Before that was second best behind Hiatus and the Puss in Boots. 3 runner-up finishes in a row coming into this race. He should be the best horse in this race. 9-year-old son of Courageous Cat, New York bred. Loves the Fort Erie turf. Juan Crawford has had success with him in the past. He gets back in the saddle this time. I think Jack the Cat, the clear one to beat. Number 5, Gus's Gamble. I was very impressed with the way he ran last time when finishing 3rd in the same race that Jack the Cat exits. He was a length and a quarter behind that foe, set the pace, and really dug in gamely down the stretch. Just wasn't good enough to hold off Wilberforce or Jack the Cat. We'll see if he can make the lead once again. Gus's Gamble gets Kirk Johnson in the saddle this time. And the number 4, Hardware Gap. Had a very nice rally to win the 5,000 conditioned level on September 8th. He is 2 for 5 here this season. When he gets a good inside trip, he usually has a nice finishing kick, and he has a good post for it today. Chris Husbands will be back in the saddle for trainer Roy Agostino. Race 4 is a claiming race for 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. We're going 6 furlongs for a claiming price of $4,000. Final pick 3 of the day starts here. Scratch of the 7 bingos grind. So we're down to a field of 6. I've gone to the number 2, A La Carte, coming down from Woodbine for trainer Norm McKnight. Leo Salas will have the mount. A La Carte was second when claimed for $10,000 at Oaklawn back in April. That was a bit of a risky claim. He hadn't run in almost a year. He was dropping down from allowance caliber. You knew you were gambling a bit with this one, but he did run good that day. But since he's come to Woodbine, running on the synthetic and the turf has just not been his thing. Drops right in for bottoms here, gets back to the dirt, which is the surface where his lone win has taken place. I just think with the class drop, A La Carte should be live, getting back to his preferred surface. Number 1, Hey Luigi, was a bit disappointing last time in his first start off the claim for $6,250. Just a distant 4th, running flat last week in a race won by Star Scholar. Drops in for $4,000. They're wasting no time. Sharon Chicotto and Mike Newell have this one. Chris Husbands will be in the saddle. He likes the Fort Erie dirt. I just think with the class drop, Hey Luigi will be more effective this week. Then the number 6, Chairman Rainbow, is another Woodbine shipper coming down for trainer-owner Warren LeBlanc. You've got Emilio Francis in the saddle, Scoobell. Chairman Rainbow hasn't run since June 22nd, where he set the pace and faded to be 5th for $15,000 on the turf at Woodbine. Plunging in for $4,000 for his first start since being vet scratched in July. Class relief is needed. He's had a couple of breezes over the Fort Erie surface. We'll see how this Son of Society's chairman takes to the dirt. Race 5 is a maiden allowance race for 3-year-olds and up, going 6 furlongs to kick off the late double on today's card. Field of 9 going to go to gate here. I've gone to the number 6, Roombaba. This one claimed for $15,000 at Woodbine last time on September 6th when he ran 3rd. This one was raced on the dirt before at Hastings at their high maiden allowance levels and raced very well. He had 2 very close races in 6.5 furlong sprints back in Vancouver last year. He can show a little bit of speed. I just don't think he really loves the turf at Woodbine. That's where more of his poor efforts came. He did have 2nd on the turf. This horse definitely has the talent to win, and I think getting down to Fort Erie and getting back to the dirt will be good for this son of Catalina Cruiser. Nick Malini Jr. will have Leo Salas in the saddle. Number 7, Tale of Classtown, is a first-time starter filly taking on the boys for Mickey Neubauer and Charles Fipke. Daughter of Speightstown, out of a Tale of a Coddy mare. Melanie Pinto in the saddle, as she very often is for the Mickey Neubauer barn. Mickey Neubauer, 11 for 25 this season. Only hole you can poke in this one is that Mickey has not won with a first-time starter in the last 365 days. Only been 3 of them go to gate. But I mean, this is a daughter of Speightstown. The works look fantastic. 48-2 out of the gate back on August 19th. 47-2 from the pole 2 weeks ago. You know, the pedigree is here. The works are here. We'll just see if she's ready to fire in her first start off of the bench. Then for the show spot, number 8, Vindicated, second-time starter. This is a homebred for Michael Bellissimo. Roy Augustino trains. Vindicated had a wide trip on Prince of Wales Day when making his debut. Was a distant 3rd behind the runaway My Math Is Correct. The track was very rail speed friendly, and Vindicated was not on the rail at any point. Got outfinished by Mariachi Loco, who did ride the rail the whole way. So now Vindicated has a start under his belt. Hopefully the track is more in his favor. We'll see if he can step forward in his second start with Chris Husbands picking up the mount. Last race of the day, race 6, is an allowance race for fillies and mares which have never won 2. We're going about 7 furlongs on the turf course. Jackpot high 5 wagering offer here. And we've got a field of 9 going to go to gate here. I think this is a pretty tough race to handicap. I've gone to the number 1, Silent Patsy, looking for a long shot. Silent Patsy ran a pretty good 3rd at Woodbine for $15,000 last time on August 22nd. Even on the turf 2 starts ago at Woodbine, she ran 5th by 4 lengths. It wasn't terrible. She was wide that day. And when she ran here on the turf back in July, had a very wide trip. It was not ideal at all. Moved prematurely, flattened out. Really, these races she's running aren't bad. She should be saving ground from here. A horse who can run third for 15 at Woodbine should be competitive in allowance here. Leo Salas, riding well lately. I think this one could be live for Valerie Thompson and Scott Simmons. Number 4, Towns of Breeze, hustled to the lead and gave way in a speed duel last week on September 22nd. Really not an ideal trip for this one. Her maiden win, she was closing, and lately she's been very aggressive and forwardly placed. She ran on the turf back on July 7th and was an okay 4th, I should say, beaten 5.5 lengths. Has not missed a check other than her first start here at Fort Erie back in the Summer Solstice Cup. Very consistent mare. I do think she's better on the dirt than the turf, but I don't think this is an overly tough field, and her one turf race wasn't terrible. So we'll see if Towns of Breeze can run a good one for Roy Augustino and Hopefield Farm with Juan Crawford in the saddle. Then for the show spot, number 8, Naughty and Nice. Should be the main speed here. She hasn't raced since July 22nd. She got loose on the lead but could not hold off Kid Gizmo, was beaten twice in a row by Kid Gizmo. That was a non-winners of 3 race. Now she gets back to face non-winners of 2. I do think she'll be the quickest out of the gate again, so I'm not worried about the 8-hole. Kirk Johnson should be able to make his way to the inside with Naughty and Nice, and we'll just see how far she can go. Maybe she'll be a bit more live with a couple of months freshening under her belt. 13 minutes to today's first post. Best of luck with all of your wagers and enjoy your day here at Fort Erie Racetrack.
It's easy to make a bet on HPIBet.com. Follow these simple steps and you'll be betting in no time. First, go to the HPIBet.com website. Sign in to your HPIBet account. Find the track and race you want to bet on. Click on the Place Bet button. Click on the bet type you want to wager with. Click on the amount you want to wager. Click on the horse you want to wager on. Click on the green Place Bet button. Review your bet confirmation information. It's all done. Remember, all this can be done on most mobile devices. Now cheer on your pick to victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a late rider change to announce in today's third race. If you'll turn your programs forward to race 3, the number 2 Thelonious will now be ridden by Deshaun Bino. Put Deshaun Bino on number 2 Thelonious in race 3. Field is making their way on track for today's first race. Race 1 is a claiming race for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. Going for a claiming price of $4,000, traveling a distance of 6 furlongs, competing for a purse of $15,300. Race 1 offers win, play, show, exactor, 20-cent try, double, 20-cent super, 20-cent pick 3, and 20-cent pick 4 wagering. Race 1 post parade, number 1 is Shameless Affair. Melanie Pinto rides for trainer Mike Blake and owners Ascot Stud, Michael Blake Sr., Norm Files, Sean Brinda, and Amanda Enns. True Stride Horse Racing owned the number 2, Scary Boo. Kirk Johnson riding for trainer Nick Malini Jr. Number 3 is Night Saber, Amanda Vandermeersch in the saddle for trainer Barbara Bailey and owner Jennifer Gutierrez. Number 4 is Last Glimmer. Juan Crawford has the call for trainer Steve Cathcart and owner Andrew Stronach. Number 5 is Ringbit, racing for Bruno Chickadans. Leo Salas in the saddle for trainer Nick Malini Jr. Completing the field, number 6, Country Dolly. Chris Husbands riding for trainer Pierre Crete and owner Paul Wichorek. 2 minutes to post for race 1. Early pick 4 wagering starts here. Race 1 field is moving into the chute before the starting gate takes position. Not much time left to get your Race 1 wagers in. 7-5 favorite is the number 1, Shameless Affair. 7-2 co-second choices are the 4, Last Glimmer, and 6, Country Dolly. Early pick 4 wager starts here. Not much time left to get your Race 1 wagers in. Starting gate is in position. Last call to get your Race 1 wagers in. Set to begin loading for Race 1. It is now post time. Shameless Affair first to go up at 7-5. Scary Boo and Kirk Johnson to gate 2. Night Saber with Amanda Vandermeersch. Last Glimmer with Juan Crawford. Ringbit with Leo Salas. Last in will be Country Dolly and Chris Husbands. All set. And they're off. Ringbit broke well with Country Dolly to the outside. Night Saber is asked for some speed with Scary Boo on the inside. Last Glimmer taking back to follow the pack. The early trailer will be Shameless Affair. Leading the charge as they race down the backside, it is Ringbit, who's opened up 2 on Country Dolly, and Night Saber, who races a pair. Scary Boo is saving ground from 4th, a length better than Last Glimmer, and Shameless Affair is the trailer. 22-2 for the opening quarter. They race into the turn, and Ringbit and Leo Salas still make the pace. Night Saber is tracking from 2nd. Scary Boo into 3rd. Now Last Glimmer trying to get going 3 deep past Country Dolly, and Shameless Affair continues to trail. They still need to run down Ringbit. The lead is up to 3 as they pass the half in 45-3. They swing for the drive, and Ringbit looks to go gate to wire. Last Glimmer trying to rally down the far outside with Night Saber. Shameless Affair trying to rally but looking for somewhere to go. Ringbit still on the lead but tiring on the wrong lead. Night Saber trying from 2nd. Last Glimmer not doing enough. It's still Ringbit. Night Saber. Scary Boo up the rail. Night Saber getting up, and Night Saber proves best. Night Saber wins under Amanda Vandermeersch. A 3-way photo for 2nd between Ringbit, Scary Boo, and Last Glimmer. 6 furlongs and 112 flat. Unofficial in race 1, the winner is number 3, Night Saber. 2nd is the 5, Ringbit. Third, number 2, Scary Boo, and fourth, number 4, Last Glimmer. Unofficial race 1 order is 3-5-2-4. Now returning to the winner's circle, the unofficial winner of today's first race, number 3, Night Saber. Night Saber is a 5-year-old bay mare by City of Light out of Tesora, bred in Great Britain by Laguada Century SL. Ridden to victory today by Amanda Vandermeersch, Night Saber is trained by Barbara Bailey for Jennifer Gutierrez. That's the first win this season for Night Saber, her second win in 32 career starts. She completes the 6 furlongs today in a time of 1:12 flat. Congratulations to the connections of Night Saber. Hold all tickets until race 1 is made official. Race 1 is now official. Prices are up. Night Saber pays $13.10 to win, $5.70 and $4.20. Second, number 5, Ring Bit, $6.90 to place, $5.30. Third, number 2, Scary Boo, $5.90 to show. $2 exacta, $3.5, $64.40. The $1 try, $3.52, $225.70. $1 super, $3.524, $760.25. On screen now, the place photo from race 1. We're having non-winning ticket draws today at Fort Erie. Put your name and phone number on the back of your non-winning tickets and drop them in the basket at customer service to enter the prize draw. Today's prize draw features an orange t-shirt for Every Child Matters. We are committed to supporting the Orange Shirt Society and the Indian Residential School Survivors Society. 100% of the profits from the purchase of the orange shirts used in today's non-winning ticket draws has been donated to OSS and IRSSS. Race 2 changes. Stewart scratched the number 1, name of the game. There will be no show and no superfecta wagering in race 2. 18 minutes to post.
Race 2 going to kick off our pick 5 sequence. It's a starter optional claiming event here on the main track at 6 furlongs. We do have one scratch in here of the Rail Runner, the one name of the game, which does leave us with a very compact field of 4. So we will talk a little bit about each of these runners, but I have to kick it off here with the number 4, Truly Mischief. This one for Bermuda Blue. Noel Williams, the trainer here. Toby's done a very good job with this horse now. 3 for 5 this season, and since joining this barn, you can see a win, a second, and a third. And I think when you look at the performances, this horse really impressed last time out. Was a big price in the Lisinkia Massey and was able to use that speed to the advantage and just came up a little bit short behind a very good horse that we know by the name of Victory March. And I don't want to discredit him at all. He was the speed. He did benefit from a scratch in that race, but he ran exceptionally well. Also, the fact that 2 starts back, he got a career best number. There's always that sort of possibility that a horse takes a little bit of a step backward, and sure, his number decreased to a 73, but I think he actually gained a lot out of both of those races. I do think he is the horse to beat in here. Now, directly to his inside, the horse that's going to go by here in a moment is the number 3, Where Is Essa? This one for Sharon Chicado. They claimed this one earlier this year for $6,000. They've been able to most recently find the winner's circle at this level. Got a beautiful trip and just was forward from the get-go. They went very quick. And I was just really impressed with how game Where Is Essa can be. I think sometimes when a horse gets headed, they kind of give in, they cave. That wasn't the case. Was able to get it done over OK Speedy, and it was a blanket finish between those kind of top 2 in there. They were all so close. Even Heat Merchant was very close. We saw that one finish 4th here on the program yesterday in the nightcap. So Where Is Essa? Another one to respect. The number 2, Bella Future. They did try the turf last time out in that starter optional claiming event where Mamba on 3 was the runner-up. Small Talk was the winner. Deserved to be favored. There actually was better value than you would have expected, and I think Bella Future just didn't handle the grass all that well. Just 1 for 16 on the turf so far in the career. Gets back to the main track where this one was second, 2 starts back as the favorite behind Truly Mischief, and I think the inside draw does work well for Bella Future, but obviously I think everyone has to be a little concerned with the early foot of Truly Mischief in here. And then finally just touch upon the number 5, Mamba on 3. Tried the dirt 3 times in the career, a win and a second. It's been a while since we've seen this one on the dirt. You have to go all the way back to the beginning of this year at Tampa while facing lesser competition. It was a big field. This horse was forward from the gate. I thought it was a good effort, but I think kind of looking at this group as a whole, I do think some of those more local dirt horses hold the edge. So it was a pass for me in here, but honestly, even with just a field of 4 here, a wide open event here to kick off that pick 5. Good luck.
Field is making their way on track for today's second race. Race 2 is a starter optional claiming race for 3-year-olds and up, which have started for a claiming price of $5,000 or less in the last 2 years, or going for a claiming price of $10,000. We're traveling a distance of 6 furlongs, competing for a purse of $21,750. No show and no superfecta wagering in Race 2. Race 2 offers win place, exactor, 20-cent try, double, 20-cent pick 3, and 20-cent pick 5 wagering. Race 2 post parade, scratch the 1. Number 2 is Bella Future. Leo Sala's riding for trainer Nick Malini Jr. and owner Bruno Schickedans. Number 3 is Where is Essa? Juan Crawford has the call for trainer Sharon Chicotto, who owns with Jim Vatier and Michael Thomas Green. Bermuda Blue Farm owned the number 4, Truly Mischief. Chris Husbands rides for trainer Noel Williams. Completing the field, number 5, Mamba on 3. Daisuke Fukumoto into ride for trainer Jelko Kretschmar and owner Mary Self. Pick 5 wagering starts here in Race 2. Race 2 field moving into the chute before the starting gate takes position. Not much time left to get your Race 2 wagers in. Very competitive board, all four between 9-5 and 5-2 with slight favoritism on the number 4, Truly Mischief. Race 2 starts to pick 5 on today's card. Last call to get your wagers in. Field for race 2 is behind the starting gate. It is now post time. First in will be Bella Future with Leo Salas. Where is Essa and Juan Crawford? Slight favorite Truly Mischief with Chris Husbands. Last in will be Mamba on 3 with Daisuke Fukumoto. All set. And they're off. Truly Mischief was out well with Where is Essa? Bella Future down along the inside, and Mamba on 3 takes back, but still in fairly close order as they sort themselves out early. It's Truly Mischief who's now gotten a length clear of Where is Essa? Bella Future slipping up the inside for stalking position. Mamba on 3 racing 3 deep. Only 3 lengths front to back. The opening quarter was a quick 21-4. It's Truly Mischief and Chris Husbands leading the way as they race into the turn. Bella Future is into second. Where is Essa ridden along from third with Mamba on 3 to his outside. Bella Future has room up the inside to put the pressure on Truly Mischief. Where is Essa is still there from third with Mamba on 3 in contention as they reach the quarter pole. The half was 44-1. All 4 have a shot at the head of the lane, but Bella Future has saved ground and assumed control. It's Bella Future who's up by 2. Mamba on 3 trying to come down the far outside, passing Truly Mischief. Less than a furlong to go. Bella Future has Mamba on 3 to hold off. His advantage is 3, and he's still moving comfortably under Leo Salas. Bella Future will win. Bella Future a comfortable score over Mamba on 3, Where is Essa and Truly Mischief, 109-1. Unofficial in race 2, the winner is number 2, Bella Future. Second is the 5, Mamba on 3. Third, number 3, Where is Essa? And fourth, number 4, Truly Mischief. Unofficial race 2 order, 2-5-3-4. Now returning to the winner's circle, the unofficial winner of today's second race, number 2, Bella Future. Bella Future is a 7-year-old bay gelding by Treasure Beach out of Belladini. Bred in Florida by Vincino Racing Stables Incorporated. Our rail skimming ride under Leo Salez, Bella Future, is trained by Nick Malini Jr. for Bruno Schickedans. Third win of the year in 12 starts and 6th lifetime win for Bella Future. He proves best to complete the 6 furlongs today in a time of 1:09 and 1. Congratulations to the connections of Bella Future. Hold all tickets until race 2 is made official. Race 2 is now official. Prices are up. Bella Future pays $5.80 to win, $3. No show wagering in race 2. Second, number 5, Mamba on 3, $3 to place. $2 exacta, 2.5, $21 even. The $1 try, 2.53, $17.55. No superfecta in race 2. $2 double, 3.2, $36.50. And all of us here at Fort Erie Racetrack would like to wish a happy birthday to Earl Sr. You look marvelous. Happy birthday, Earl, from all of your friends and family here at Fort Erie Racetrack. Tune into your TV Niagara for the Fort Erie Race Replay Show, Channel 700, Thursdays at 10:30 and Saturdays at 10. Race 3 changes. A rider change on the number 2, Thelonious. Make the rider Deshaun Bino. Stewart scratch the main track only, number 10, Always Away. 22 minutes to post.
Race 3 is our first turf event on the program. Going to kick off the late pick 4 sequence at about 7 furlongs. It's a claiming event. Upper claiming price here of $6,250, and it's no shock here to see the early money land on the number 6, Jack the Cat. He was second last time out behind Wilberforce, and prior to that, another second place finish in the Puss in Boots behind Hiatus. And I think when you look at both races, there's reasons I think he didn't win. I think when you go to the Puss in Boots, Hiatus made the lead easily, set leisurely fractions on the front end, especially that half in 49 and 2, and Jack the Cat just couldn't really close into that. And more recently, in that most latest outing back on September 16th, if you watch the break, he just did not break sharp. Doesn't mean he wins, I don't know, but I do think it did cost him a little bit in the end. I think it would have at least made for a much tighter finish that would have been probably a photo finish, just knowing that he broke poorly. So Juan Crawford going to climb back aboard him. He was actually aboard for his one win this season back on June 15th. So Jack the Cat on top to his inside, the number 5, Gus's Gamble. Big upset in terms of rounding out the trifecta last time out at the odds of 24-1. Gus's Gamble found himself on the lead. He can be a little bit of a character getting into the gate. That's sort of typical for him, but it was nice to see him break sharp from the gate and be forward like he was. He tired there in deep stretch. I think for him, cut back probably helps him a little bit to about 7/8. And prior to that, we saw that he can roll from off of it. So he's a handy horse. I think Kirk Johnson knows him quite well, can sort of figure out, but depending how he breaks, how to ride him. Do you send him or do you let him get into a rhythm and then try to make one late run? He has options with the number 5, Gus's Gamble. And finally, the number 3, Storm and Dave. Technically has crossed the wire in front twice this season, was disqualified though 3 starts back, and he found his redemption last time out. Amanda Vandermeersch was able to climb aboard him and got him into a really good rhythm early. I thought he looked settled, and then he was full of late run. He drew clear there by nearly 2 lengths, and for him, this is kind of a big step up. I know the claiming price isn't, but he's going from non-winners of 3 life into the deep waters where he does have more seasoned horses in here that have, say, 4, 9, 7 lifetime wins. It's going to make him a little bit difficult on him, but with that said, he comes in here off of one of his best efforts this year in terms of a career Beyer speed figure for 2025 of a 68, and he's trending in the right direction. I just feel like he maybe needed a couple of races earlier this season to get into gear, and he should be ready to roll at least for a piece in here. But horse going by right now, the 6, Jack the Cat, he is the horse to beat. Good luck.
Field is making their way on track for today's third race. Race 3 is a claiming race for 3-year-olds and up which have not won a race in 2025 or which have never won 4 races. We're going for a claiming price of $62.50 down to $6,000, traveling about 7 furlongs over the turf course, competing for a purse of $21,150. Race 3 offers win, play, show, exactor, 20-cent try, double, 20-cent super, 20-cent pick 3, and 20-cent late pick 4 wagering. Race 3 post parade, number 1 is Society Joe. Cheyenne Kerr riding for trainer Lauren Spada and owner Catherine Morissette. Armin Concessi owns and trains the number 2, Thelonious. The rider is Deshaun Bino. Number 3 is Storm and Dave. Amanda Vandermeersch in the saddle for owner-trainer Steve Cathcart. Number 4 is Hardware Gap, racing for Even Stevens Stables. Chris Husbands rides for trainer Roy Augustino. Number 5 is Gus's Gamble. Kirk Johnson has the call for trainer Ken Albu and owner Six Brothers Stable. Number 6 is Jack the Cat. Juan Crawford rides for trainer Tony Adamo and owner Icon Racing Stables. Number 7 is Prince for a Day. Deshaun Gaskin rides for trainer Joe Humber and owner Robert Elkins. Number 8 is Spring Mountain. Leo Salas riding for trainer Julie Mathis and owner David Mathis. Completing the field, number 9, Rescue That Girl. Alexis Sanchez has the call for trainer Steve Cathcart and owner Candice Warwick. 2 minutes to post for race 3. Late pick 4 wagering starts here. Turf is firm. Race 3 field has made their way onto the turf course, starting gate moving into position. 4 to 5 favorite is the number 6, Jack the Cat. 9 to 2 second choice, the number 5, Gus's Gamble. 5 to 1 on the number 3, Storm and Dave. First of 2 on the turf today. Late pick 4 wager starts here. Get your wagers in. Set to begin loading for race 3. It is now post time. Even money on Jack the Cat in this field of 9, going a circuit of the Fort Erie turf course. First up, we're going to back in Gus's Gamble. Kirk Johnson will climb back aboard. Gus's Gamble goes up. Kirk Johnson back aboard. To the rail, Society Joe with Cheyenne Kerr. Society Joe reluctant. And Society Joe in now. Gate 2 for Thelonious and Deshaun Bino. Storm and Dave, a last out winner under Amanda Vandermeersch. Another last out winner, Hardware Gap with Chris Husbands. Jack the Cat at 4 to 5 with Juan Crawford. The Gray, Prince for a Day with Deshaun Gaskin. Spring Mountain and Leo Salas. Goes up. Last in will be Rescue That Girl and Alexis Sanchez. All set. And they're off. Pretty level beginning. Gus's Gamble out well from the center with Hardware Gap and Prince for a Day. Jack the Cat is taking back with Storm and Dave on the inside. Spring Mountain racing 3 wide under the opening turn. Towards the back we have Thelonious, Rescue That Girl, and the early trailer will be Society Joe. They race around the opening turn. It is Hardware Gap leading the charge 3/4 of a length to Gus's Gamble. Prince for a Day racing wide in third with Storm and Dave pocketed up from fourth, a length better than Jack the Cat. Spring Mountain is racing in sixth as they pass the opening quarter in 23 and 3. Thelonious and Rescue That Girl share position, and Society Joe can see them all. Midway down the backside, it is still Hardware Gap on top. Storm and Dave is taking closer order, coming up the inside of Gus's Gamble. Then we have Jack the Cat and Spring Mountain Prince for a Day. Rescue That Girl trying to get going from the back on the outside of Thelonious, and Society Joe still trails. 47 flat, it is Hardware Gap trying to extend the lead, a length and a half over Gus's Gamble, who's asked for a little more. Storm and Dave has been well positioned throughout, saving ground with Jack the Cat moving up 3 wide. They turn for home. It's still Hardware Gap on top. Now Storm and Dave finds a split. Thelonious trying to come up the inside. Jack the Cat down the far outside. Jack the Cat puts the head in front of Hardware Gap. Storm and Dave is there. Hardware Gap tries to fight back on the inside. Jack the Cat, Rescue That Girl from the back. 6 across the track. Hardware Gap holding. Thelonious, Rescue That Girl. Photo finish. Photo between Thelonious and Rescue That Girl, who both closed from well out of it. Hardware Gap a game run on the lead, 126 flat. Hold all tickets, photo finish in race 3. Bombs away in race 3 in the photo. It's the number 9, Rescue That Girl at 25-1. Second at 45-1 is the number 2, Thelonious. Third at 13-1 is the 4, Hardware Gap. And fourth was number 6, Jack the Cat. Unofficial race 3 order, 9-2-4-6. Now returning to the winner's circle, the unofficial winner of today's third race, number 9, Rescue That Girl. Rescue That Girl is a 5-year-old dark bay or brown gelding by Musketeer out of Recovery Girl, bred here in Ontario by Jonathan Newnham. Rallying to victory today under Alexis Sanchez, Rescue That Girl is trained by Steve Cathcart for Candice Warwick. Second win of the season and third lifetime win for Rescue That Girl, who gets up to complete the about 7 furlongs today in a time of 1:26 flat. Congratulations to the connections of Rescue That Girl. Hold all tickets until race 3 is made official. Race 3 is now official. Prices are up. Rescue That Girl pays $60.50 to win, $30.50 to place, and $18.60 to show. Number 2, Thelonious, $31.40 to place, $14.20 to show. Number 4, Hardware Gap, $7.80 to show. The $2 Exacta 9-2 paid $1,965.70. The $1 Try 9-2-4, $3,813.70. No one had the superfecta with all 4. In fact, no one had the superfecta with the top 3. So if you had a $1 superfecta with 9-2 and then anybody for third or fourth, it returns $1,113.10. $2 double, 2-9, $129.50. And the $1 pick 3, $826.95. On screen now, the win photo from race 3. And a look now at the 4th place photo from race 3. Fort Erie's Track-O-Lantern returns on Monday, October 13th. Starting at noon, kids in costume can come and trick-or-treat around the track. And closing day will be Fort Erie's Fan Appreciation Day. That's Tuesday, October 21st. Post time will be 12:15. We'll have free programs, prize draws between races, and a mandatory jackpot high five payout. Race 4, Stewart scratch the number 7, Bingo's Grind, 16 minutes to post.
Well, it's going to be hard to top race number 3 on the program with those big prices, but we'll see what we can do here in race number 4, a $4,000 claiming event for non-winners of 2 life. 6 furlongs is the distance for these Colton geldings, and we do have a scratch here on the outside of the number 7, Bingo's Grind, leaving us with a field of 6. And in terms of the top pick in here, I did go to the 5, Panyard Tap. I am a little bit cautious based on what we saw last time out, but we'll see how this one can fare. When you look at the top 2 in there, Magical Champagne, Panyard Tap, neither wanted to give an inch, but I feel like Magical Champagne was a little bit more gritty, and Panyard Tap really didn't want to get by. But here in this race, obviously has some early foot. Is going to be likely pressed, though. Black Hills Sheriff likes to go. Could also see maybe another horse or two in the mix. Maybe even Hey Luigi could be a little bit closer. So it's not going to be easy on Panyard Tap. Wouldn't be a single for me in this late pick 3, but a horse that I am going to use. The number 2, A La Carte. This one in the Norm McKnight barn has really disappointed in those last 2. Went off favored and finished 6th in both of those races. Have to kind of wonder what's going to make the difference today. Obviously, it's a drop in class. First time at Fort Erie. It's worth noting the one win in the career, it came on the dirt. Different track, though, but kind of look at those dirt races and some of the performances, even at Oaklawn Park last year, and even that one start this season. I think close to that, probably A La Carte can get it done, but obviously just a lot to not like about the last several efforts. Leo Salas has the call. And then finally, I mentioned a horse that could be a little bit more involved. That's going to be the number 1, Hey Luigi. He's going to take a little bit of a drop in class. They claimed this one for $5,000. They jumped up to $6,250 last time out, and now they go down to $4,000. I think this is a more aggressive spot, a horse that has some okay races earlier this season. The second and third starts, I think, would kind of win this, but obviously last time out didn't fire at all. We'll see if the class relief is enough in here, but a little bit of a tricky way here to kick off the final pick 3 on the card. Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a late rider change to announce in today's sixth race. If you'll turn your programs forward to race 6. The number 3, Princess Rosina, will now be ridden by Deshaun Bino. Put Deshaun Bino on number 3, Princess Rosina, in race 6. And the original listed weight of 120 will be correct. 120 pounds for number 3, Princess Rosina, in race 6. Field for today's 4th race are making their way on track. Race 4 is a claiming race for 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. Going for a claiming price of $4,000, traveling a distance of 6 furlongs, competing for a purse of $15,300. Race 4 offers win, play, show, exactor, 20-cent try, double, 20-cent super, and 20-cent pick 3 wagering. Race 4 post parade, number 1 is Hey Luigi. Chris Husbands riding for trainer Sharon Chicato and owner Mike Newell. Number 2 is A La Carte. Leo Salas rides for trainer Norm McKnight and owner Bruno Schickadans. Howard Keane owns and trains the number 3, Miss D's Pride. The rider is Juan Crawford. Number 4 is Black Hill Sheriff. Pierre Mailhot has the call for trainer Julie Mathis and owner David Mathis. Number 5 is Panyard Tap. Cheyenne Kerr riding for trainer George Newland and owner Jadon Racing. Completing the field, number 6, Chairman Rainbow. Emilio Francis in to ride for trainer owner Warren LeBlanc. Scratch the 7, 1 minute to post for race 4. Final chance to play a pick 3 on today's card. Race 4 field is in the chute before the starting gate takes position. 6-5 favorite, the number 2, A La Carte. 3-1 on the number 5, Panyard Tap. This race starts the final pick 3 on the card. Starting gate is moving into position. Last call to get your race 4 wagers in. Race 4 field is behind the starting gate. It is now post time. First up is Hey Luigi with Chris Husbands. Woodbine Shipper A La Carte with Leo Salas. Even Money. Miss D's Pride and Juan Crawford. Black Hill Sheriff coming up without the rider. Pierre Mailhot to climb back aboard. Panyard Tap and Cheyenne Kerr to gate 5. Last in will be another Woodbine Shipper, Chairman Rainbow with Emilio Francis. All set. And they're off. Out well from the center of the gate is Black Hill Sheriff. A La Carte was out a bit slowly. Panyard Tap tracking from the outside with Chairman Rainbow. Hey Luigi along the inside with Misty's Pride, and then it's a gap of 2.5 to A La Carte. Only about 5 lengths front to back as they race down the backside. Black Hill Sheriff leads the way, being pressed by Panyard Tap with Chairman Rainbow tracking 3 deep. The opening quarter was 22 seconds flat, less than a half mile to travel. Misty's Pride is racing next with Hey Luigi on the fence, and A La Carte going to try and rally from last. Just over 5/16 of a mile to travel, and Panyard Tap has taken the lead away from Black Hill Sheriff. Chairman Rainbow racing alone in third. A La Carte has swung 3 wide, trying to get past Misty's Pride and Hey Luigi. 44 and 4, a quick half, and it's Panyard Tap loose on the lead at the head of the lane. Panyard Tap is up by 4. A La Carte coming down the far outside. Hey Luigi on the rail with Misty's Pride. It's Panyard Tap well clear with a 16th of a mile to the wire. A La Carte coming into second, but not doing enough. Panyard Tap, a comfortable score under Cheyenne Kerr. Panyard Tap wins by 4. Misty's Pride and A La Carte in a photo for second with Hey Luigi fourth. 1:11 and 3. Unofficial in race 4, the winner is number 5, Panyard Tap. Second at 30-1, the number 3, Misty's Pride. Third, number 2, A La Carte. And fourth, number 1, Hey Luigi. Unofficial race 4 order, 5-3-2-1. Now returning to the winner's circle, the unofficial winner of today's fourth race, number 5, Panyard Tap. Panyard Tap is a 4-year-old chestnut gelding by Tapiture out of Lady of Moray. Spring Farm bred the winner here in Ontario. Ridden to victory today by apprentice Cheyenne Kerr, Panyard Tap is trained by George Newland for Jadon Racing. Second lifetime win in 18 starts for Panyard Tap. He is a comfortable winner today, 6 furlongs in a time of 1:11.3. Congratulations to the connections of Panyard Tap. Hold all tickets until race 4. Never mind, race 4 is now official. Prices are up. Panyard Tap pays $23.50 to win, $9.10 and $3.90. Number 3, Misty's Pride, second, $21.50 to place, $6.50. Third, number 2, A La Carte, $2.20 to show. $2 Exacta, 5-3, $261.90. $1 Try, 5-3-2, $383.85. $1 Super, 5-3-2-1, $1,030.95. $2 Double, 9.5, $685.80. The $1 Pick 3, $864.40. And the $1 Early Pick 4, $2,923.80. Be sure to book your table in the Turfside Dining Room, open on live racing days. Reservations are recommended. Head down to the Paddock Shack for burgers, hot dogs, sausages, fries, and poutine, plus beer and soft drinks, located near the walking ring. Race 5 coming up in 18 minutes. There are no changes.
Race 5 going to kick off the late double, a very competitive and interesting maiden special weight event for Colton Gelding. 6 furlongs is the distance here on the main track, and a nice big field, the 9 in here. Speaking of the 9, we'll kick things off with the number 9, Spiritual Man. This one for Colebrook Farms. Patrick Dixon, the conditioner, a horse that's a little interesting when you look at some of the races. I know last time out, took some play, went off at 4-1, really didn't fire a great effort, but I actually didn't mind the efforts 2 and 3 back, and even some of those races back in June where this is a gelding that could show some early foot, and I'm curious to see what the outside draw, what the tactics will be. I have a feeling he's going to try to be somewhat in the mix, and just curious to see what he can do here on the dirt. I don't mind the surface change at all for this gelding, so I'm going to use him on top. Some others to look at, the number 6 from Bamba here for Nick Maloney Jr. Nick had a win earlier on the program. We'll look to get another here with this one first off the claim. They claim this one for $15,000, the son of Catalina Cruiser, who has tried the dirt in the career. Now, those races were early. They were last year in the summer months at Hastings, and some of those performances were okay. Got a 61 and a 59 Beyer speed figure. Curious to see what the tactics will be now. This is a horse that hadn't shown a lot of early foot, but last time out did show some of that. Going longer, though, 1 mile and a 16th, and I just have a feeling he's not going to be as forward here in the sprint race, but just curious to see what he can do here returning to the dirt. Connection's obviously one to watch, and they've been using Leo Salas quite a bit, and they've been having a lot of success. So he is the underneath horse for me. And then from here, I actually thought the first-time starters were very intriguing, that being the 5, Sunset Skippy, and the 7, Tale of Classtown. When it came down to it, I did go to the 7, Tale of Classtown, a daughter of Speightstown, who is going to have to tackle the boys in here, but has a slew of workouts, some bullet drills, some really intriguing workouts here, especially one last time out, 47-2, and even the gate drill 3 back in 48-2. Obviously, this horse has a lot of fitness with all of these drills, has to debut, and unfortunately does have to tackle the boys, but a barn that certainly can have them cranked to go on debut, and just one to watch all meet long. So we'll see how the firsters fare for me. Went with the race day experience of the 9, Spiritual Man, as the top pick. Good luck.
Field is making their way on track for today's fifth race. Race 5 is a maiden allowance race for 3-year-olds and upwards, traveling a distance of 6 furlongs, competing for a purse of $22,050. Race 5 offers win, play, show, exactor, 20-cent try, double, and 20-cent superfecta wagering. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we have the winners of today's non-winning ticket draws to announce. We have 4 winners today. Could Kathy Reach, Julie Clunning, Douglas Ostis, and Imre Unger please report to customer service? Once again, that's Kathy Reach, Julie Clunning, Douglas Ostis, and Imre Unger. Congratulations, you have won today's non-winning ticket prize draw. Please head to customer service to collect your prizes. Race 5 post parade number 1 is Bolshoi Spasibo. Deshaun Bino rides for trainer Anthony Husbands and owner Terra Horse Farm. Number 2 is Mariachi Loco. Cheyenne Kerr in the saddle for trainer Corey McChesney and owner Racing Stables. Number 3 is Come to the Dark Side. Kirk Johnson riding for trainer Julie Mathis and owner Bruno Schickadance. Number 4 is Last Ride. Alexis Sanchez rides for trainer Lauren Spada, who owns with Craig Spada. Number 5 is Sunset Skippy. Juan Crawford in the saddle for trainer Tom Steer and owner Richard Walpole. Number 6 is Roombaba. Leo Salas pilots for trainer Nick Malini Jr. and owner Bruno Schickadance. Number 7 is Tale of Class Town. Melanie Pinto riding for trainer Mickey Neubauer and owner Charles Fipke. Number 8 is Vindicated. Chris Husbands riding for trainer Roy Augustino and owner Michael Bellissimo. Completing the field, number 9, Spiritual Man. Deshaun Gaskin rides for trainer Patrick Dixon and owner Colebrook Farms. Late double wagering offered here in race 5. Race 5 field heading into the chute before the starting gate takes position. 9-5 favorite is the number 6, Roombaba. 5-2 on the number 7, Tale of Classtown. 7-2 support for the number 9, Spiritual Man. Late double wagering offered here in race 5, last call to get your wagers in. Race 5 field is behind the starting gate. It is now post time. Field of 9 maiden allowance runners to contest the 5th race today here from Fort Erie Racetrack. 8-5 on Roombaba. First in will be Bolshoi Spasibo with Deshaun Bino. Mariachi Loco with Cheyenne Kerr. Goes to gate 2. Come to the Dark Side and Kirk Johnson. Last Ride with Alexis Sanchez. First time starter Sunset Skippy with Juan Crawford. Roombaba makes his Fort Erie debut with Leo Salas. Roombaba goes up. First time starting Philly, Tale of Classtown with Melanie Pinto. Vindicated and Chris Husbands. Last in will be Spiritual Man with Deshaun Gaskin. All set. And they're off. Spiritual Man out like a shot from the outside. Vindicated also out well. Come to the Dark Side and Roombaba. Look for position with Sunset Skippy between them. Then we have Bolshoi Spasibo on the rail with Tale of Classtown, Last Ride, and the early trailer is Mariachi Loco. It's a speed duel up front. After the sharp beginning, Spiritual Man found the rail, but he's being hounded on the outside by Vindicated. 22-3 for the opening quarter. Roombaba tracks this duo from third, gaining ground. Come to the Dark Side fourth on the inside of Sunset Skippy. Then we have Tale of Classtown, Bolshoi Spasibo. 2 lengths back to Mariachi Loco and Last Ride. Midway round the turn, Roombaba moving up to take on the duo of Vindicated and Spiritual Man. These three have opened up 5 lengths on Sunset Skippy. Come to the Dark Side tires. Tale of Classtown tries to rally with Mariachi Loco and Bolshoi Spasibo, but it's Roombaba who's assumed control at the 8th pole. Roombaba shoots 2 lengths clear of Vindicated and Spiritual Man. Tale of Classtown with a late charge with Sunset Skippy, but Roombaba kicking clear to win the 5th. Roombaba going on to score by 3 lengths. Tale of Classtown and Spiritual Man in a photo for place with Vindicated 4th, 111 flat. In the place photo, it's the number 7, Tale of Classtown, over the number 9, Spiritual Man. Fourth was number 8, Vindicated. Unofficial race 5 order, 6798. Now returning to the winner's circle, the unofficial winner of today's 5th race, number 6, Roombaba. Roombaba is a 4-year-old chestnut gelding by Catalina Cruiser out of Cake Baby, bred in Kentucky by Burleson Farms and McKinsey Bloodstock. Ridden to victory today by Leo Salez, Roombaba is trained by Nick Malini Jr. for Bruno Chickadans. That is a second win on the card for Salez, Malini, and Chickadans. Roombaba breaks the maiden in start number 10, his Fort Erie debut, completing the 6 furlongs today in a time of 1:11 flat. Congratulations to the connections of Roombaba. Hold all tickets until race 5 is made official. Race 5 is now official. Prices are up. Roombaba, $6.90 to win, $3.10, $2.30. Second, number 7, Tale of Classtown, $2.80 to place, $2.30. Third, number 9, Spiritual Man, $3 to show. $2 exacta, 6.7, 16.10. The $1 try, 6.79, 21.70. $1 super, 6.798, 80.30. $2 double, 5.6, 61.70. And the $1 pick 3, $1,332.60. On screen now is the place photo from race 5. Treat your team to an exciting day at the races. It's only $12.39 per person. The track pack includes one food item, one drink, and a Fort Erie live racing program. For more information, go to our website. Become a member of HPIBet.com today. Get $100 when you bet $100, plus your first bet is on us. Race 6 changes, a rider change on the number 3, Princess Rosina. Make the rider Deshaun Bino. Take note that the weight will revert back to 120 pounds. 17 minutes to post.
Race 6 going to round out the program on the turf course at about 7 furlongs. It's an allowance event for fillies and mares in search of their second lifetime win. A pretty competitive group. Going to be interesting to see how the betting board sorts itself out. And I do go to the 8, Naughty and Nice, as the top pick. And I have reservations. I think there's a lot of reservations to have. 3 starts this year. She's finished second all 3 times. You have to wonder what's going to be different. I think the big thing is 2 starts back, she had to face Kid Gizmo against the non-winners of 2 Life, and then more recently against the non-winners of 3 Life. So she was actually eligible for non-winners of 2. They had to opt for that spot. She had to face Kid Gizmo again. So she obviously gets away from her. She has that early foot. She's going to try to be forward, but we saw it earlier today on this turf course. You can close from off of it, and that's a little bit concerning. But mentioned, I will use her on top. I think there's others to look at, including the number 2 in here for Paula Loescher. She was 6th in the Molson Cup. Pretty big ask off the maiden win, but thought she looked very good on the turf course in her prior efforts. One was at 5 Ace, and for a lesser tag, 6,000. Got some distance 2 starts back, was able to graduate against the maiden special weight ranks, and really liked the trip that she was able to get to close from off of it. She's going to need a buyer boost in here, but I like that she's drawn towards the inside, and Amanda Vandermeer has been riding this turf course exceptionally well, so we'll use her underneath. And then finally, a little bit of wild card here with the number 5, Olivia's Melody. Don't really know what she's going to do on the turf here at Fort Erie. She has 2 turf races under her belt, out of the money in both of them, but I thought last time out, she did go off favored, but was able to roll late in there. And prior to that, I thought she ran a really big second at the 6.5 furlong distance behind Super Honey Timber, who ended up drawing clear by a length. She's going to need the pace help, but I think with her running style, it actually might suit her pretty well for the grass. She is by Dynaformer, so that suggests turf as well. And very curious to see what price we will get on Olivia's Melody, a horse that I'm really intrigued by. And if she's a good price in here, I'd even use her as a win candidate. But an open and big field of 9 here to round out the Tuesday program. Good luck.
Field is making their way on track for today's sixth and final race. Race 6 is an allowance race for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. Going about 7 furlongs over the turf course, competing for a purse of $25,050. Race 6 offers win, play, show, exactor, 20-cent try, 20-cent super, and 20-cent jackpot high five wagering. Race 6 post parade, number 1 is Silent Patsy. Leo Salas rides for trainer Valerie Thompson and owner Scott Simmons. Number 2 is Hebridean Miss. Amanda Vandermeersch in the saddle for trainer Paula Loescher and owner Sergio Magrin. Number 3 is Princess Rosina. Deshaun Bino picks up the mount for trainer Anthony Husbands and owner Dwayne Newsom. Number 4 is Towns a Breeze. Juan Crawford in the saddle for trainer Roy Augustino and owner Hopefield Farm. Number 5 is Olivia's Melody. Edgar Zenteno has the call for trainer Ken Smith and owner Radcliffe Racing Stable. Number 6 is Helena. Howard Newell riding for trainer Howard Keane and owners Ian Ricardo Brown and Evelyn Mercier. Number 7 is Now is a Breeze. Deshaun Gaskin riding for trainer Roy Augustino and owner Hopefield Farm. Number 8 is Naughty and Nice. Kirk Johnson has the call for trainer Julie Mathis and owner John Brown. Completing the field, number 9, More Gala Lady. Melanie Pinto riding for trainer Mickey Neubauer and owner Charles Fipke. 2 minutes to post for race 6, jackpot high five wagering offered here. Starting gate taking position on the turf course. Not much time left to get your race 6 wagers in. 2-1 favorite, the number 8, Naughty and Nice. Co-second choice is at 9-2. Now 9-2 clear second choice is the 4, Towns a Breeze. 5-1 on the number 2, Hebridean Miss. Not much time left to get those race 6 wagers in. Race 6 field is behind the starting gate. It is now post time. Set to begin loading for the nightcap. Already in is Naughty and Nice with Kirk Johnson, currently the 3-2 favorite. Silent Patsy to the rail with Leo Salas, looking for his third win on the day. Heber Day and Miss with Amanda Vandermeersch. Princess Rosina being loaded without the rider. Deshaun Bino to climb back aboard. Towns a Breeze with Juan Crawford. Towns a Breeze steps up. Olivia's Melody with Edgar Zenteno. Helana with Howard Newell. Now is a Breeze with Deshaun Gaskin. Last in will be More Galalady with Melanie Pinto. All set for the nightcap. And they're off. A clean beginning, Naughty and Nice showing speed as expected with More Galalady to her outside. Princess Rosina also vying for position. Olivia's Melody is next in mid-pack with Helana. Now is a Breeze very wide. Then we've got Silent Patsy on the inside with Heber Day and Miss, and the early trailer is Towns a Breeze. Naughty and Nice sprints clear to a 2-length lead as they race round the opening turn and into the backside. Princess Rosina is racing in second on the inside of More Galalady. It's a stack of 3 next. Now is a Breeze racing widest with Olivia's Melody on the inside and Helana in the middle as they pass the quarter in 24-1. Towards the back, we have Silent Patsy and Heber Day and Miss, and Towns a Breeze continues to trail. Midway down the backside, Naughty and Nice continues to freewheel on the lead, 4 lengths clear of Princess Rosina. More Galalady is advancing on the inside, 2 lengths better than Helana, and Now is a Breeze. Then we've got Olivia's Melody. Now is a Heber Day and Miss trying to make a wide rally with Silent Patsy, and Towns a Breeze continues to trail. The half was 47-3. They've yet to catch Naughty and Nice, who's still moving comfortably on the lead. More Galalady on the inside of Princess Rosina with Helana trying to make a wide rally. Olivia's Melody and Towns a Breeze from the back. It is Naughty and Nice looking to go gate to wire. More Galalady trying to rally up the inside. From the back, Silent Patsy making up good ground, but Naughty and Nice is still on top. Naughty and Nice up by 2. Naughty and Nice will prove best. Naughty and Nice over More Galalady than Silent Patsy, Towns a Breeze, and Olivia's Melody. 126-3. Unofficial in race 6, the winner is number 8, Naughty and Nice. Second is the 9, More Gala Lady. Third, number 1, Silent Patsy. Fourth was the 4, Towns of Breeze. Fifth for the Jackpot High Five was number 5, Olivia's Melody. Unofficial Jackpot High Five numbers are 8, 9, 1, 4, 5. Race 6 is now official. Now returning to the winner's circle, the official winner of today's 6th race, number 8, Naughty and Nice. Naughty and Nice is a 5-year-old chestnut mare by Big Screen out of Naughty Pine, bred here in Ontario by Spring Farm. A gate-to-wire victory today under Kirk Johnson. Naughty and Nice is trained by Julie Mathis for John Brown. Second lifetime win in 18 starts for Naughty and Nice, who wins today off of a trio of runner-up finishes, completing the about 7 furlongs today in a time of 1:26 and 3. Congratulations to the connections of Naughty and Nice. Race 6 is official. Prices are up. Naughty and Nice, $570 to win, $320 and $240. Second, number 9, More Gala Lady, $910 to place, $620. Third, number 1, Silent Patsy, $250 to show. $2 exacta, $8.9, $42.40. The $1 try, $891, $73.90. $1 super, $8,914, $273.80. The $1 high five, $8,914.5, $572.95. The carryover for Monday's card will be $9,100, $24.80. $2 double, $6.8, $22.20. $1 pick 3, $100.50. The $1 late pick 4, $4,770.15. And the $1 pick 5 today returned $15,177.05. Jackpot High Five carryover continues to climb, $9,100, $24, 80 cents will be up for grabs on Monday. Visit our website, FortErieRacing.com, for information about everything going on here at the track. Tune into the pre-race show for info about the track conditions, scratches and changes, handicapping analysis, and info about upcoming races and events. And a reminder, starting next week for the remainder of the season, post time will be moving back to 12:15. Racing is back next week at Fort Erie, Monday and Tuesday, 12:15 first post. Fort Erie is proud to partner with Oneida New Holland of Niagara. We'd like to thank them for providing us with a new tractor for maintenance this season. We'd also like to say thank you to our new partners at True Green Professional Lawn Care, who have been helping us keep the grass looking green and lush. And a shout out to our partners at Downtown Dental Center, where lead dentist and owner Dr. Amika George says your smile deserves the best. And a shout out to our new partners at All-in-One Legal. If you've got legal hurdles, you can bet on All-in-One. Tune into your TV Niagara for the Fort Erie Race Replay Show, Channel 700, Thursdays at 10:30 and Saturdays at 10. And that concludes the racing week here from Fort Erie Racetrack. We'd like to thank everybody who joined us here next week. This week, another reminder that next week we are moving post to 12:15, so be sure to come out early on Monday. We will be back for another week of thoroughbred racing.